Welcome back to our corner of the internet. Okay, so tonight Max's vid by Impressive and it's called Beyonce Gets Blamed for Chloe Bailey's low album sales. Should she have done more? Real discussion. Damn. Yeah, I heard about Chloe Bailey's album, mind you. I had not heard the album. The only song I heard from it was Cheap Back, like the music video, obviously because of Chloe, obviously. But yeah, I heard that her album was flopping really bad. But I don't even, honestly, I don't even know, right? I haven't heard the album myself, so I can't even say whether it's a good album or a shit one. The song Cheap Back's good though, and so is the video too. But yeah, sure. Without further ado, about to get into his reaction.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. Now the numbers came in for Chloe Bailey's first week sales for her debut album In Pieces, and the album came in at 119 on Billboard 200 and it sold 10,000 units in its first week. And I did see a lot of people upset about this, and a lot of Chloe's fans are blaming her mentor Beyonce, and I'm going to get into that in a minute, but I will say this. When it comes to a newer artist like Chloe, normally I wouldn't be talking about numbers and sales and charting like this because I do think Chloe still has time to grow. She is a new solo artist and she still is finding her direction and building her own personal fan base. And I do believe that an album like In Pieces can grow if the right singles are chosen. I feel like she chose the wrong singles. Prayed Away was not a good single to me. Cheat Back was not a good single. How Does It Feel unfortunately fell flat because of the whole controversy with the Chris Brown collaboration. So I think the singles that Chloe released were not the right singles. Now, I have streamed this album several times. I've listened to it. And I'll tell you, the strongest songs on the album, in my opinion, are Body Do, In Pieces, and I Don't Mind. Body Do should have been her first single. It's up-tempo, it's catchy. She could have had a cute little video to go with that. Also, In Pieces is a great ballad that can be pushed on pop radio. And I Don't Mind has a super sultry vibe, and it's one of my favorites on the album. This would have been perfect for urban and R&B radio. So I think if her team focused on these three singles, her album might have had a different outcome. Also, I think it was a huge misstep for Chloe to exclude her other popular singles like Have Mercy, Surprise, Treat Me, and For the Night. I think those songs should have been a part of the album as well because it definitely would have helped the first week's sales. So those are just my thoughts on that. Now, a lot of fans are not too happy with Chloe's mentor, Beyonce, because they feel like Beyonce has not done enough to promote her album In Pieces. Now, for those who don't know, Chloe is signed to Beyonce's management company.
Oh, you know about this?
Entertainment, and she's also under Columbia, which is the same label Beyonce is signed to. So Beyonce does have quite a bit of influence when it comes to Chloe's career. Now, these were just some of the responses. I'm going to read them here. Beyonce nasty for not promoting Chloe's album. A simple IG repost would have probably gave Chloe a top 50 debut. Mind you, if this was Nicki's artist, they would have dragged her to hell and back. Another person said if Chloe Bailey was Beyonce's daughter, she would have already had mainstream success. When we all realize that Beyonce keeping that seat warm for Ivy, she don't care about Chloe's career. This person said Beyonce let Chloe fail on purpose because she doesn't want nobody to surpass her. Another one said it's Beyonce's fault. Once Chloe can do her marketing and promotion how she wants and actually gets good guidance on her music, she'll be just as big as Beyonce. Because when you actually have talent,
Jesus Christ. People are talking about, oh, Chloe Bailey, the new Beyonce. I'm like, nah, I don't see it. No one can compare. No Rihanna, Nicki, nobody. But wow, these are really trying to blame Beyonce for this. People just want to find somebody to blame. Blame somebody else on the team. Don't blame. Wow.
You can't be the ish
Mad.
in this industry eventually. Another Twitter user said, Chloe, I'm still very proud of you. Parkwood and Beyonce, y'all made an enemy out of me. This person said Beyonce is so bitter. She could have at least tell her fans to stream Chloe's album. Another one said Beyonce is ruining her career and it's clear Chloe needs to change record labels and management. Another one said, wait, so apparently Beyonce set Chloe up. Beyonce saw the spirit of Sasha Fierce transferring from her body to Chloe's during this video, and she knew the ritual would be complete after she dropped her debut, so she sabotaged.
Wait, let me see this. See, hold up. So the spirit of Sasha Fierce transferring from her body to these people ain't shit for this. Okay, like that tweet's kind of funny. That's pretty funny. I might get a little screenshot real quick. Hold up. There we go. But yeah, let me continue.
In pieces released to save her career. Chloe should have stayed true to herself instead of having to be forced to be something she is not. Those incompetent label head executives and maybe even Beyonce turned her into an urban mainstream R&B girl, which she has no business being. Chloe abandoned her true audience. Another one said, what a stupid comment. Chloe cannot have it both ways. Either she forges her own path or she rides Beyonce's coattails forever. Parkwood posted her album debut, and Chloe has been in 2 movies, a TV show, and countless interviews. So these are some very interesting takes.
Oh my
a lot
gosh.
of people, of course, were blaming Beyonce, but some people feel like Beyonce should not be the blame. I mean, Beyonce hasn't even promoted her album Renaissance.
Yeah, so why are they blaming her?
Visuals. So if she's not promoting herself, how could she really promote her own artist? But I do think the reason why a lot of Chloe's fans are blaming Beyonce is because they feel like she's not advising her correctly when it comes to the music. Because I do remember when Chloe did a poll for her fans to decide which song should she release. She had For the Night and Surprise, and most of her fans chose For the Night. However, she decided to release Surprise because Beyonce told her to.
I knew what y'all picked about the polls, but when the queen speaks, and that's all I'm gonna say, and that's all that matters to me.
So this is just one of the instances where Chloe was kind of going against what her fans wanted, and the fact that Beyonce told her to do that made a lot of her fans kind of distrust Beyonce in a sense. So now they're blaming her for everything. I don't think it's fair to blame Beyonce, though, and I'm going to tell you why.
I agree.
Beyonce might not have promoted Chloe's album, but she has definitely given her all of the resources she needs to get herself out there. Parkwood is actually an amazing management company, and I've seen all of the work and promotion they've done for Chloe and her sister Halle. Chloe has performed on several major platforms, several major award shows ever since she went solo. She's gotten several big endorsements, including a Pepsi commercial, which is huge. Also, her In Pieces promo run was big too. She has been put on several playlists on streaming platforms. She also has been on several major talk shows, including the Jimmy Kimmel Show, the Jimmy Fallon Show, the Today Show, the Tamron Hall Show, ABC News. She's done several major radio show interviews. She's done a lot of press over the past several weeks, not only for her album, but also for her movie Praise This and her TV show Swarm. So she's been getting tons of visibility. Beyonce doesn't even have to put out a post because her management company, Parkwood, is really doing all of the heavy lifting. Beyonce is just giving her the resources, and she's taking those resources and using it to her advantage. I think Chloe actually has done a great job with the promotion of her album In Pieces. She has worked very hard on this promo run, and on top of that, she was rehearsing for a tour. So imagine she has all of these great things going at once, and she's getting all of this visibility, and she still only sold 10,000 units in the first week. So can you really blame Beyonce for that? I mean, Beyonce's management company has done the best they can to promote her and put her out there. And for the most part, Beyonce has given Chloe full creative control. So who does the blame fall back on? To be honest, I don't necessarily think anybody should be blamed here. Just to simply put it, Chloe's album didn't really connect with the audience. And a big part of the reason for that is the wrong singles were chosen. They should have chosen different singles, in my opinion. And I also hear this conversation coming up a lot about Chloe abandoning her core audience. Now, before Chloe went solo, she was in a group with her sister Hallie called Chloe and Hallie. And Chloe and Hallie have done an amazing job growing their audience organically. These two ladies were underground artists and they accomplished a huge feat with their album Ungodly Hour. It sold 24,000 units in its first week and it spawned a platinum hit song called Do It. And this was major progress for them considering that their first album, The Kids Are Alright, didn't perform nearly as well. And Chloe and Hallie were going up and up and up. I mean, they had several viral virtual performances, and this was during the pandemic. I mean, these girls were eating, they were working, you hear me? And the music they created together was amazing. Their musicality was next level. Sonically, they were unique and eclectic. Their image was very polished and sophisticated. They were cutting edge, but still relatable. They were just at a different level. And the fact that they both were writing and producing on their own projects really spoke to how musically gifted and genius they were. But when Chloe went solo, she kind of drifted away from that and started chasing the more trendy R&B sounds, and she kind of got lost in the shuffle a little bit because she started to sound and look like everyone else. And some people even felt like she was looking too much like Beyonce.
If I mind if every time I heard that one.
Chloe had a difficult time trying to find her identity, and she was doing what she thought other people wanted from her. And in the process, she was alienating her core fan base. So that's kind of what happened. I think she lost the audience that she initially had when she was in the group Chloe and Hallie. And right now she's trying to tap into a new audience. So it's been a really rocky transition for Chloe, and I think Chloe is just trying to find her way at this point. Now, after all the conversation surrounding her sales hit the net, Chloe did respond and say, In Pieces was about letting go and trusting myself. I've enjoyed every moment of it and love everyone who listened to it. Tour starts tomorrow in Chicago, and I'm so ready to perform these songs for y'all. So Chloe still has a very positive outlook, and I'm glad that she's staying positive. And like I said before, it's not over for this album. I think the album can still grow from here. All she needs is the right single to help propel her. And I think once that single starts getting traction, more people will be interested in her album. Anyway, tell me what y'all think about this video down below. Please like, comment.
Okay. These lot. I find it funny how they just want to blame Beyonce for this. I can't even. But yeah, not every single album's gonna be a instant success. That's all I gotta say about that. But wow. But yeah, she's been doing the absolute most when it comes to promoting all this stuff. But I didn't know the album did not have Mercy and songs like that on it. But I'm jumping right to see what other people are saying right now. Just because you're signed to Beyonce doesn't mean you have to be the next Beyonce. Yes, exactly. I mean, when you go from being in a band or being in a group with somebody, going solo, it's not going to be easy, is it? It's really not. But I don't know. I've never been in a band before, but I can imagine how hard it is to transition. But yeah, someone commented, I can list 3 reasons why her album flopped. 1, no core fan base. The split from her sister was too soon. They need more time to build their fan base. Beyonce was in Destiny's Child for years and did not separate from the group until they became a household name. That's true, actually. Anyway, granted too much creative control. But yeah, and someone said, granted too much creative control. This is where her team dropped the ball. She definitely needed some help with writing songs. Most of her songs simply just do connect with her audience. Don't connect with her audience. I think they're trying to say. I don't even know. Now, the only one I'm hearing is from the actual album is Cheap Back. All the other ones I had not heard. Haven't heard Body Do. Haven't heard Prayed It Away. Oh, but I've heard the one with Chris Brown though. That one and the one with Future Cheap Back. They're the only 2 I've heard. But yeah, I think if we're gonna blame anybody, blame her team. Like, let's not blame Beyonce, let's blame her team. In fact, how long did it take for her to release her debut album after going solo? Like a year after Have Mercy? So yeah, but I mean, if they did rush it, it would have flopped even more probably. But I don't know. Someone said, Chloe needs a Crazy in Love or Umbrella type major hit. There's no more wasting time and money on music videos and songs that are not charting and are not instant hits. She needs to work on She used to work with a producer who can mold her sound and create that hit that would propel her to become the next black pop star. Yep. If I agree. Obviously, Have Mercy wasn't that though, was it? So the thing is, right, if they do that, it'd be good if they did that. But there could be another scenario where they do that, but then anything she puts out after that does not hold a candle to it. So that major hit will eclipse anything she puts out after it. Because shit like that does happen. Look at J. Holiday with Bed. That's just a prime example. A shit example, but example nonetheless. But yeah, interesting vid though, but please don't retry to blame Beyonce for this. That's just mad funny to me. One, Beyonce did promote her own album, and two, doesn't Beyonce have kids to raise? Damn. But yeah, interesting vid. I need to hear this album myself before I could even say that's a shit album or a good one, to be honest. From my personal opinion. But yeah, interesting vid, but I gotta go. Okay, so that's it for this video. Like, subscribe if you want. I post if I feel like it, and I'll see you next one. Bye.